Hey, Young, today we'll see about how to use the scatter plot. Okay. In the last few sessions, we are discussing about the line chart, area charts, the ribbon chart, geographic charts, and also we saw with the waterfall charts where we could find out, the reason why things have been declined and so on.
Yeah.
Now, today we'll see about what you say, the scattered plot chart. This is the scattered plot chart. Okay. So this one is your scattered plot chart. And
Okay.
when you just plot this one, you can see it just gives me a kind of a template which just has the bubbles, which has been just scattered here and there. Okay. Now in the scattered plot, we have x-axis, y-axis, and the values. See, mainly in the scattered plot, what we do is we use when you want to compare between the two measurable values. Okay, sales versus profit, height versus weight. Okay, between the two measurable values you want to compare, that is where exactly we use this particular scatter plot chart. So I'll just take the x-axis and the y-axis and for comparing. So both should be a measurable value. So I'll take the x-axis as sales. Okay, as we know, this is x-axis in the bottom horizontal. The y-axis, I'll take the profit. Okay, we have the profit. So we can just see we have one bubble which is showing what is the total sales and what is the total profit. Since we have not added any dimension, it is showing as the total sales and the total profit. And we can see that the x-axis is representing your sales here. Okay, this is representing your sales, x-axis, and the y-axis is representing your profit,
Mhm.
right? And we
Yeah.
have the total value here, which says what is the total sales. We have 2 million, 0.2 million, 2 million, and this is 3 million. It is slightly below 2.5 million. Okay. And when it comes to profit, it is below 0.3 million. Okay. So when you just see here, it shows me the actual value for 23 lakhs. So we have a profit of 2.8 lakhs. So which is roughly around 12% profit we are getting. Now we use this one to compare between the two measurable values. Okay, and we can use any discrete. So if I'm using the discrete, I'll just go again to the build, and in the place of values, so we have this particular thing called as values. In the place of values, we can add dimension. Like I'll just take an example of category. If I add the category, we can see we have three different categories here. Okay, so one is see one bubble which is in the extreme right and also in the extreme wrong. So if it is on the extreme right, is the high sales. Okay, this is total sales. So 8 lakhs 40,000 and it is close to 8 lakhs 40,000. Okay, is the total sales. And the profit wise, you can see it is on the extreme right. That means the higher sales, highest sales, and it's in the extreme top. That means it's the highest profit. So when you see here, okay, that means technology has given me the highest sales and also the highest profit. So which I can see that sales is more almost close to 8.4 lakhs and the profit is around close to 1.5 lakhs. Okay, 1,45,500. Okay.
Mhm.
All the yeah, yes.
No, nothing, nothing.
Okay, so we are able to see. And the other two bubbles, when you see here, when you see this one, which is office supplies, has done the lower sales and slightly lower profit. But the concern here is the furniture has done higher sales than the office supplies. But the profit wise, you can see it is in the very, very bottom of the table. So this is the profit of the furnitures. Okay.
Mhm.
And this is the profit of the office supplies. So with the sales, we can see here the office supplies have done more than 1 lakh, almost 1,25,000 is a profit. Whereas when it comes to the what I say furniture, so it is not even 25,000, not even 20,000, less than 20,000
Mhm.
is a profit I'm getting. Okay. When it comes to sales, it has done much higher sales than the office supplies. Office supplies has done a sales of less than 7 lakhs 20,000. This has done almost 7 lakhs 40, more than 7.42. That means around 20, 25,000 more sales it has done. But still, when it comes to profit wise, we can see it has a very, very low profit. Okay.
Mhm.
So what we understand here is the technology and the this is the technology category and this is the home office category. They have a good sales and also they have a good profit, but the concern here is the furniture. It has a very good sales. It has the highest sales than the office supplies. But when it comes to the profit, it is in the very bottom of the table. So profit is very, very less. And when you see here, the values here is like this for 7.5 lakh. So we just have a profit of 18,000. With 7 lakhs 20,000, we have 1 lakh 22,000 is a profit. But which is almost more 25,000 more sales. But you can see the profit here is 1 lakh 22,000. Here it is only 18,000.
Yep.
Okay. So that means the profit is very, very, very low in the case of the furnitures. That is what we are able to understand.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So if you want to make that x-axis also as zero, I can just format this. If you want to show the category labels, we can show the category, technology, office supplies, and things. And you want to make this x-axis as starting from zero. Say x-axis minimum, I just keep it as zero, so starting from zero itself. And then you can see um, all three have done a very good sales, but the profit wise, the furniture is in the very, very bottom of the table.
Mhm.
Okay, so that is what we are able to understand. Now, to
Yes.
get this more details, what I will do is instead of category, I'll just take this as subcategory. I can take the subcategory. Okay. So when you put this in the subcategory, so if you want, you can even add a category also. We can see the category, and since we have added hierarchy here, I can just drill this to the next level in the hierarchy. So it just shows me the subcategory wise how the sales are happening. Okay. Or if I drill with the hierarchy, it says what category it belongs to and so on. Instead of showing this category and then the subcategory, I can show this with a different color by adding this category to the legend. So here we have a legend. We have a legend. So what I will do is I'll take this category and I'll add to the legends. In the values, I've taken the subcategory and the category I've added to the legend. So what is the advantage you get over here is each product, each subcategory is being colored based on the category. Okay, so we can easily come to know what category it belongs to instead of reading that labels and things, color differences. Okay, the legends are there. Is it?
Mhm.
Now, when you see here, we have so many products and how the sales are happening. When you see the sales wise, the phones and chairs both have a very, very, very high sales. And when
Mhm.
it comes to the sales value, they both have a neck to neck competition. They're almost close to same each other, like 3 lakhs 30,000 and this one phones, whereas this one is 3 lakhs 28,000 for 500. Okay, this one for 3 lakh 30,000, 1 lakh sorry 1,500 is hardly a small value. Okay, so that means they have a neck to neck competition when it comes to sales. They both have done the very, very high sales. uh, Phones are just in the top, the first with a small margin. Okay, when it comes to sales. But when it comes to profit, you can see this is the profit which have almost 45,000, and this is the profit which is just around 25,000. So profit wise, chairs have given not even half of the profit of what phones have given. So okay, that is what we are able to understand here. So we see the phones with 3 lakh 30,000, it has given me 44,000 profit. With almost the same sales, we are just getting only 26,000, which is just on half of what the phones have given us a profit. So profit wise, it is very bad. Okay, so I can say below average, not even average. I can say it's a very below average to profit. So that means you can just imagine here for 3.5 lakhs, we're just getting 25,000 as a profit. So even if it is 10%, it should be 33,000. Is it? If it is 10%, it should be 33,000. So we're not even getting that. So it is hardly 78%. Whereas in this case, when you see 3 lakh 30,000, we are getting 44,000. 10% means 33,000. So 12% or more than 12%, 12, 13% profit we are getting in the case of technology. That is really okay. This again not very high, but above average profit. This is below average profit. So profit wise, shares have given me low profit. Okay. And which
Mhm.
product is in the top of the table? The copiers is in the top of the table. So what we understand here is, so copiers is in the top. It is in the C. If it is in the top, they're high profit. If it is on the right, they are the high sales. Okay.
Mhm.
Bottom is low profit, and if it is on the right, sorry, if it is on the left hand side, it is a low sales. So phones and chairs, they are in the extreme right. That means they both have high sales, but the profit wise, there is a big this one. The phones have given me better profit, and chairs have given me a low profit. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And one thing when you see here, the copiers have given me the highest profit, but to get the highest profit, what is the sales? It is not even half mark of whatever the phones and chairs have done. So 3 lakh 30,000, half mark is 1 lakh 65,000. Okay, which is over here. So it is not even half of that. Okay, it has not even done half of the sales of what chairs have done, what phones have done, not even half of that. But still, we see that the profit they have given the highest. Okay, it is way ahead than the phones, and also it is much, much double. It is this is 26,000, this is 55,000 profit, double, more than double. Okay, the profit is more than double in the case of copiers with less than half of the sales. That is what we are able to understand here. The copiers is in the top of the table, even though with sales are not very high, but the profit is very high. Okay, that is what the organization wants it. So even with if you are getting some very good profit with the low sales, so that means your investment is less, your risk is less, but still you are getting a very good profit. That is what it is it?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay. The next thing is, otherwise, we see that under technology, we just have only four products. Is it? When you select the technology, we see that orange colors are technology. We have only four products. And out of four products, I see that, okay, the top three out of the top three products, all the three belongs to, what do you say, in the top three best profitable products, man, all the three belongs to technology. Means irrespective whatever the sales is, they are the high sales or they are the low sales, below average sales, whatever it is, but the profit wise they're in the top of the table. So that means out of four products, three products are showing in the top of the table, and you can see out of 17 products, the top three best profitable product, all the three belongs to technology. So that means irrespective, even though technology, copiers, accessories, they have not done really very good sales, they have done average and below average sales, but still, when it comes to the profit, they're in the top of the table. Okay,
Mhm.
fine. That is what is observation. But one concern here is the machines, which actually belongs to this category where they give a very high profit, irrespective of the sales. Okay, so
Mhm.
machines have done higher sales than copiers. It has also done higher sales than the accessories, but the profit wise, it's a big concern here. So when you see the profit wise here, okay, it is showing like very, very, very low profit, is it? So when you see the
Yes.
profit wise, it is just close to zero. Only 3,000 is the profit. So we can see with if they have the high sales, then your what you call it as copiers and accessories, they have much higher sales than the copiers and accessories. The sales wise, they have really done good. Okay, sales wise, they have done high sales, then copiers, high sales, then accessories. Okay, but when it comes to profit wise, it's a big concern. So very, very, it's very close to zero. Okay, that is a concern. Okay, so that means the technologies they give really very high profit with low sales also, but machines have done very good sales, but the profit is very, very low. That is a big concern. That means we need to do a corrective measures here. We need to find out this is not acceptable. No, almost 2 lakhs of sales, but the profit is only 3,300, which is just around 1.6, 1.7% profit, which is a big concern. Agree?
Mhm. Yes.
As a data analyst, no, we need to do some kind of an investigation on this. Why such a low profit?
Mhm.
Okay.
Got it.
Nobody sells the product with less than 20% profit. At least they keep it around that much. Okay. And if you're getting only 1%, not even 2% profit, that is a big concern. And that to this particular products belongs to a category where they give a very high what I say profit irrespective of the sales. When you see your technology, just 1,49,000, you're getting 55,600, which I say 37, 38% profit I'm getting. So when I'm getting the other products in the same category is getting 38, 40% profit, but here I'm not even able to get 2% profit. That is a big concern. So that means
Mhm.
we need to look into this one. So why is that the profit such a low? Okay. So we need to do an investigation and we can do a correction. And if you do the corrections, this belongs to this category. So we can see these machines over here with a very good profit. So might be a profit of another 50, 60,000. That is a very big, or 2,80,000. Another 50,000 profit is around another 20%, 20% growth in the profit will happen. Okay, if you do the kind of a figure it out kind of thing where why it is such a low profit. Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, that's what we see. And when it comes to office supplies, we have many items here, and most of them are like small valued items. Okay, most of them are the small valued item. The value of that is very small, so the profit also is low. Okay, but still, when you see the papers with the very low sales a day, it has done a very good profit. Okay, we do also have binders and storage or good sales. I can say average profit. I don't say it's very good profit, but okay, with the good sales and average profit is there. Appliances and see again, a low sales, low profit is fine, but the papers are one. Even with the low sales, they have given us very good profit. And when you see this envelopes and all the things, the sales are very, very low. But still, we are able to get a good profit. It's not because the sales are low, so it is not showing as zero or below zero or anything. Okay. Now the big concern is your furniture. In the furniture, again, we have four items. Okay. And out of four items, we can see this is your zero line. And if it is below this, okay, if it is below this, so that means they are the negative profit. Below this is
Yes.
negative profit. So that means the tables and the bookcases, they belong to the furniture category. So in the furniture, we have four items here. Only four subcategories are there under the furniture. Out of four, two are having a negative profit. Out
Correct.
of four, two are having a negative profit. And when it comes to other two, we see the chairs has done one of the highest sales, but the profit wise is below average. Okay, for a sales of
Mhm.
3,30,000, we are getting a profit of only 25,000, which is hardly 7% kind of a thing. So, which is much below average profit, very low profit. And furnishing with low sales, low profit is fine. Okay, this is okay. For 91,000, 13,000 profit is around 15% profit you're getting. But you can see here we are hardly getting 7.5% profit. So here both are having a negative profit. So this is the story of the office supplies. Out of four products, two are having a negative profit, and one is having the highest sales, but the profit is below average. Okay, and furnishing is fine, kind of just an average profit with the average sales or low sales, low profit. Okay, that is what we are
Yes.
able to understand from this. And see, I can draw a zero, I can add a lines here. Okay. So what I do, I just go to the format. In the format, we have this particular a trend line can be given, which just shows what is the trend. Okay. And
Mhm.
if the values are above the line, is like they have a good profit. If it is below line, that is the low profit. And if it is very close, the profit is below average, just below average. You can see furnishing is just an average profit. Okay.
Mhm.
And see the phones and chairs, they have the very good sales, but profit wise, it is much ahead. Okay. But chairs, it is much behind. Okay. Profit is very low here. And the copies, you can see it is not even crossed the halfway mark, but you can see the kind of a distance, the growth, the profit distance is very high. So that means we are getting a good profit in the copiers, papers with the low sales, very good profit, accessories. Okay, so these are the products which are giving us a very, very good profit. Phones also not a bad. Okay, with the high sales, you're getting a good profit. Okay, and binders and all slightly above average, and which is below this. Storage is slightly below average. Chairs, and we see bookcases very bad, which is way behind. Okay, profit wise is very bad. Machines, even though they have very good sales, the profit is very bad, and especially these two, they are in a red zone. Like they are having a negative profit. So we can add a line, reference line. We can add a reference line, add a line.
Mhm.
I want to add a constant line. I can just say this is your y-axis. I want to have a constant line, and I just say zero itself. I want to have a line color. You want to have a fill shade area, and the shade area also you want it like that color. So that means three products are in a negative. Supplies, the bookcases, and the tables, they have a negative
Yes.
profit. Yeah, apart from this, no, we can divide this into quadrants. Okay, a quadrant is into four divisions. Okay, so what I will do here is I'll try to add a midpoint here. So I can add a reference line. Okay, or be added here. So I can add a reference line and say I want to have an average line. Yes. Okay, so we can have an average line. Okay, and this is for the sum of sales or the profit. We can just say this is the average. See, like we have a 3,30,000. There are a lot of values, it's low values. So on that basis, it is added an average line. Or you want to have a custom, we can even go like this. Instead of average, you can want to go as a custom. I can just say add a line. Okay, and I just want to add. This is your x-axis, is it? X-axis is a constant line, And see, 3,30,000 is the highest, and the lowest is zero. Is it? Half of that is 1,65,000. I can just say halfway mark, 165K or something. So that is I wanted in the y axis. Yeah, 1,65,000 halfway line. I just marked it. Okay, and then I just want to have this halfway mark. So 0 and say 60,000. Halfway mark, I'll just keep it around 25,000. I just add another constant line, and I just want to say this is going to be for the y-axis constant line. Okay, and here in the y-axis, I'll just say I want to have the constant line which is representing for 25,000 or something. Okay, I've just divided this. So you want to have this in the different colors, you can just go with the different colors and so on. Okay, now when you look into this particular data over here, so this is being divided into the different quadrants. Okay, so it has been divided into 4 different quadrants. Below 0, these are negative values, immediate concerns as required. And apart from that, when you look at this particular data here, so those particular items which belongs to this one, they are like, even though the sales are low, okay, the low sales and the low profit. The profit are low because the sales are low. These are the products where I can consider this as low sales, low profit. Means the sales are low and the profit also is low. Okay, so like envelopes, papers, as we see that the name by the name itself we can understand these are small value products. Okay, products with low value. Since it's a low value, so what I say, the profit also is low. Sales is low and the profit also is low. Okay, and the one which is in this particular quadrant, okay, the one which is in this particular quadrant is what? Okay, they are like low sales, but still, okay, the profit is high profit. The low sales, still it is profit is high. So that means when you see the copiers, papers, accessories, the sales are low. Okay, copiers below average, accessories just above average, and paper is much below average, very low sales. But when it comes to profit wise, copiers the top, accessories then we have a papers then. Okay, so even though the sales are low, even though the sales are low, the profit is the low sales but high profit. Okay, profit is very high. So even though the sales are low, they are having a very high profit. Okay, so as a manager, so I'll consider this should be my favorite product. So where I can immediately do promotion activities on that, I can just try to do the more maximum promotion to increase the business of this, because if this is the products we are getting a very good profit. Okay, around 40-45% profit on the papers. Like when you see here, the sales is just around 70, less than 80,000, no? 70-75,000. And when it comes to profit is very close to 40, around 35,000 profit. So that means almost close to 50% profit, around 45% profit I'm getting here. So around 78% thousand is the sales. I think the profit is around close to 40, that is close to 35,000 or something. So it is very close to 50% profit, I can say. So that is really a very good profit. Okay, thanks. Now the big concern here, this is one thing here, is when you see this particular quadrant where what we are seeing here, the sales are good, the sales are very high, and the profit is just good because the sales are very high. Okay, they have a very good profit just because the sales are very high. When you see the phones have done one of the highest sales and yet has given a good profit. Copiers have done one of the highest sales, but profit wise, you can see it is just on the margin line. Okay, on the line of the average profit. Okay, and we see binders. Okay, it is slightly more than average sales and slightly better, more than average profit. Okay, good. So I can see these particular products are high sales and high profit. So this particular products which is falling in this quadrant are, they have a high profit just because the sales are very good. Okay, and we expect this particular product to have somewhere over here. Okay, so that it will be standing over here, because when you compare it in this way, so this is supposed to stand over here. Okay, so which should suit up my or say profit. So that is what we need to work out on here. Okay, how we can improvise the profit of this particular product, because we see that good profit only because the sales are very very good. Okay, but if the sales are very very good, we expect the profit also to be very very good at least. Okay, which we are not seeing over here. Okay, now the next thing is, this is the big concern. Okay, so this particular quadrant, what is there, this is the major concern thing. So here what is happening is, this particular products, even though they have very good sales, the profit is low. And especially what I say, machines which belongs to the high profitable one category, and this is falling in this particular category of high sales, but still the profit is low. Okay, so high sales means we have invested a lot on the sales. Okay, but when you see the profit numbers are very very bad, that is a big concern, is it? Okay, so here we can see, like, which has to be immediately done, promotional activities, which should be my favorite product, which are the products which we need to see. High sales, low profit is something like, even though the sales are high, the profit is low. So that means we immediately need to look into this particular things. Okay, we need to do the corrective measures. And the majorly we see this particular product tables with the very, very high sales. Okay, the profit is very, very bad. Negative profit is a major concern. Bookcases, good sales but negative profit. Supply is low sales but the profit is negative, is not acceptable. So these are something like, first priority we need to find out, like, how we can see, like, immediately I have to stop the business. I cannot continue the business with a negative profit. Okay, but we cannot close this particular business. We need to look into, like, how this thing can be corrected and more. And the next concern is going to be this one. So even though the sales are very good, but my profit is not really good, so I cannot move ahead with this particular products, by increasing the business and all these things, because at least we need to look into, in spite of having a very good sales, why the profit is very low, below average profit. That is the concern. And this is something like, immediately we can move ahead. So immediately start promoting on these things and just blindly go ahead. And not only that, we can learn from here. So how we are able to generate such a good profit and try to
Mhm.
implement on this particular things.
Okay.
Okay, fine with
Yeah.
this.
Yes.
So that is what we are able to understand. Want to try or we move ahead?
No, no, it's done.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, no, apart from this, no, this is one where we can even have the animations. Okay. We can even do the animation. Okay. Might be year on year, how things are been moving, how things are been progressing. I want to see that. So in that case, what I do, I'll just go to the build. This is the only chart which has this play axis. In the play axis, you can add any kind of a measurable values. I'll just take the order date and I'll just take the year from the order date. Okay, and you can see automatically, when you add this one, you have a play axis here.
Elections. Mm-hmm.
Play axis, and when you hit on this particular play axis, you can see it starts playing 18 to 19 to 20 to 21,
Mm-hmm.
how things have been going.
Got it.
So it plays on its own scale. And okay, so plays with its own phase. We cannot control this phase, but we can individually say in 18. I can just click on the 18 and try to find out how things happened in 18. So this is in 18. We see that phones and chairs, they were doing the highest sales. Okay, and also they were giving us the very highest profit. So phones and the chairs both is not only having the high sales here. Okay, in a single year, you can see the sales is close to 80,000, and the profit wise also, when you see here, the phones have given me the highest profit, then the chairs have given me the second highest profit.
Yeah.
So now
Yes.
in 2019, what is happening? So when you see 2019, the way it is moving from 18 to 19, when you see it is going backward, the sales are decreasing. Not only the sales are decreasing, even the profit is getting decreased. Okay,
Yes.
for the phones and chairs. But we can see in 2018, so copies was completely invisible. Okay, and you can see in 19 it has come out.
Mm-hmm.
20, you can see, oh, it is in the top highest
Got
profitable
it.
one.
Mhm.
21, okay, untouchable one.
Yes.
When you click on this one, it shows me how it has been traveled. So that means in 2018, this particular product was very, very invisible. The total sales in a single year was only 10,000 with a profit of 2,900. Still, it is around 30% profit. 28, 29% profit is really good, not bad. But we can see in 2019 what has happened, from 10,000, the sales have grown to 26,000. Double, almost close to triple. Okay, from 10,000. it has jumped to 26,000. That is really a good growth. And not only the sales have grown, the profit also has grown. From 2,900, it has grown to 9,900. So threefold also is 8,700. No, 2,900 into 3 is 8,700, more than
Mm-hmm.
threefold. Okay,
Yep.
3.5-fold it has been grown with the profit wise, and the sales wise also it has been double. Okay, almost a triple kind of a thing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
2.6% growth, and say 260%, I can say, and double, more than double it is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And when it comes to, and again from here you can see from 19 to 20 again what it has happened. It did not stop there. Again from the 26,000 it has become to 50,000. Again double. And the profit also from 10,000 it has become to 17,700. So it is doubling the profit and the doubling the sales. Okay, it is multiplying both the sales as well as the profit. And they did not stop there. You can see next year in 2021. So again, in a single year, it has further shown a progress in the profit of 62,000 with a profit of 25,000. Okay, so what we understand from here, the copier has shown a good progress, not only with respect to the sales, even with respect to profit. So
Profit
if it
is
is
very
moving
good.
like flat down, it is like only sales is increasing. If it is moving vertically, okay, so it is like only one dimension is only the profit is increasing. But here the sales are also increasing and the profit also is increasing equally proportional. So it is 45, more than 45 degree, no? Okay, its sales are growing in a big way, but with that the profit also is growing in a very big way.
Yep.
Yeah, that is what we are able to understand. So you select any product, it shows me the progress.
Okay.
Accessories also have a travel, but you can see the degree of this one and this, this is around 50 degree and this is around 30-35 degree kind of a thing. And not only that, in 18 to 19 it was good, but 19 to 20 there was a decline. But again, from 20 to 21, it has shown a progress. Okay. So when you see the papers, so what is happening? This also has been grown. Okay. But the number, you can see 18 to 19, hardly there is a growth. From 19 to 20, a small growth, both with respect to sales as well as the profit we are able to see, but not as that of the copiers. It is not only it has outstanding sales, it also has a very outstanding profit. Okay. So it has not only grown in the sales with respect to profit, also it has been showing a very good progress. So when you see this particular phones, the way it has been growing, okay, from 18 to 19 to 20, 18 to 19, they have declined in the sales and the profit. Again, 20 to 21, 19 to 20, they have increase in the sales. The profit has been further gone below. And from 20 to 21, they have shown only the progress in the sales, but not in the profit. Very flat. Okay. And when you see the tables, the story of the table is like this. So it had a negative profit in 18. It continued with the negative profit in year 19. It continued with the same negative profit in the year 2020. All the 3 years, nobody asked them. So it was showing the same negative amount of negative profit. So it took the advantage of that, and in 21, it has broken all the records. In a single year, it has a negative profit of -8. So it means all the 4 years there was a negative profit. So here I can straight we have to straight catch hold of the person responsible who for this particular tables. So first 3 years it was showing continuously, it was showing at -3,000, -3,500. So which was completely in a big loss. Why there was no corrective measures? Since there was no corrective measure was done, and in the fourth year you can see it is okay told like this is what exactly is happening. Okay, so this is what we use with the scatter plot, is mainly used to find out between the two measurable values. Okay, we can just do a kind of a comparisons. So this is about your scatter.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So we have seen with the geographic charts, maps, and all these things, no?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. Okay. See, mainly I'll tell you is the waterfall chart, the scatter plot chart,
Mm-hmm.
you talk about the ribbon charts, and these are like mainly a charts which is used to perform the diagnostics. They're
Okay.
trying to diagnose the problem, so trying to find out what is the problem, why the
Mhm.
problems are
Mhm.
happening, and so on. Okay. So
Okay.
now let us move ahead here and look into like we'll see one example. Like when I say 18 to 19, there was a downfall. Why the downfall has happened? So I'll just take a simple chart here. X-axis, I'll take the date field here, and in the Y-axis, I'll take the sales. So we see that 18 to 19 there was a decline. Okay, if I
Yes.
further drill this, we can see that in 2018, the quarter three, we had a sales of how much? Close to 1.5 lakhs, 1,43,600.
Mhm.
And the same thing in 2019 quarter three, we had only 130K.
Mm.
Okay. So now quarter three of 2018 has done 143K, and 2019 of quarter three has done only 130K. There is a 13,000 decline in a single quarter. I want
Got
to know the decline. I can just select this too, and I say
it.
right click, and we have something called as analyze, and says explain the reason for the decrease. So
Mhm.
it is shown from 18 to 19, the value has been decreased. Okay, from
Mhm.
143K, it has been declined to 130K. So
130.
that is almost 12% decrease in the sales, which is not a good sign, is it? I want to know why is that. So I'll try to go with the explanation of that. So if you have to create a report on this, so why that there was a decline from 12 to 13% decline, why is that happened? I want to know that. So as soon as you go to the explain for decrease, it automatically tries to analyze 2018 Q3 sales. Okay, and 2019 Q3 sales, what has happened? You can see here. So 144K and then it's gone to 130K. Okay, so there is a big decline. And now I want to know the reason for the decline. So what we do is, yeah, it is showing. It is showing based on the subcategory wise. You can see machines have shown very badly underperform. Okay, that is one thing. You can explain this with the help of the scatter plot. So we see
Mhm.
that machines in
Kind.
2018 it is a sales of 22,000, and in 2019 it has just done a sales of only 4,900. There is a big decline, is it? So we can
Yes.
explain this with the help of the scatter plot. You can explain this with the help of the waterfall. We see that. So 18 to 19 in the quarter three. So bouquet sales have done 13,000 extra sales. Our phones have done a better 9,000 extra. But we see that these are the products which has done a lot of decline, and especially we see the machines minus 17,000. Okay. So from 22,000, it has gone decline to 5,000. Okay, almost 23,000 to 5,000, which is 17,500, which is nothing but when you see the percentage for 22,000, half of that is 11,000. Another half of that is should be on 5,500. It's not even 25%. It is only 20% of the sales it is done. 80% decline in the sales. That is a big loss, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to
Mm.
explain this with the waterfall, you want to explain this with the scatter, you want to explain this with the stack, or you want to explain this with the when you see here, this particular things, yeah, machines. It was in the third place in 2018 quarter three, but 2019 quarter three. So we can see the same machine has been in the bottom of the table, 8th to 10th position. And you can see with the statistics here, the machines in 2018, it has did a sales of 19,000, but in 2019 quarter three, it did only 6,000, 68% decline. Okay. And yeah, we are able to see those particular kind of a things. Or that is a binders, Yeah, machines is this. We can see it was in the second place, and it has gone to what? So from the second place, it has gone to the ninth place. So it has declined by 7 ranks. And you can see the percentage decline is almost 80% decline in the sales. So now, which one you feel is better, you can explain to your business managers. So you can take those things. Might be I want to go with the, what do you say, waterfall chart. Just select this and you have the plus sign here. We have a plus sign here.
Yep.
Okay. Just when you click on the plus sign, this chart gets added to your, what do you
Okay.
say, report. Then again, you want to analyze this based on the product ID or the name. See, again, we have thousand, more than thousand, almost 2,000 products are there. So in this case, it just says group of products. In this case, when you have too many items, this is a better one. So we see these are the products which they have done a very good sales in the year 2018. We can see here. So this product in 2018, they had done a sales of 12,000, which was the highest sales. Okay. Till now, this is the highest sales. Not even in 2019, no product has done that 12,000. But this had done 12,000 ka sales in what you say 2018, but 2019 zero. There was no sales only. Okay, and not in this. So again, this particular product, when you see here, what is happening? So this product has done a sales of almost close to 10,000, but there was no sales in 2019. Okay, so these are the products where, like, which the products which is bottom of this one. So these are the products which had done a lot of sales in 2018, but 2019 they have not done any sales. Okay, and we see that these are, like, the product which has done a sales, good sales in 18, but 2019 very very low sales. Okay, all this below in this particular red area, whatever you see, so they are, like, they have done some kind of amount of sales, but the sales in 2019 was very bad. And green color, okay, they have done a better sales in 2019, and we see that this is the top selling product in 2019. So it has done a sales almost close to 7,500, but this product was, there was no sales in 2018. You can see here this particular product. When you see, yeah, there was no sales in 2018, but 2019 7,300. Okay,
Okay.
so that is what we are able to understand from this one. So I think that is what we want to explain to my manager, because if I use this particular what is a ribbon, so it just is a group of items here. Okay, so because we have thousand to, almost close to 2,000 products are there, we cannot explain this one. So I can say this is the better one to explain. This is the better one to explain than this one. So when you have
Mhm.
too many values, this is a better one. Okay, so I'll just select this and I'll just hit on the plus sign. This gets added to your report. Okay, so like this, we can explain. This is based on the region. Region, I feel this is a better one. So when you see here, West, Central, South, all three have done negative sales compared to the last year, and East has done very good sales compared to last year, but all three have contributed negative. And South region, you can see it was low sales in 2018 also, but in the quarter three, but 2019 it has done very very low sales. Okay,
Mhm.
or you want to explain with a waterfall, this is better. Okay, so we see that. Um, okay,
Right.
so they've done, but Central and the West region, you can see they're in the red area, so they have done a big loss, negative sales. Okay.
Mhm.
So it will be better. I can explain this with the help of this one. So we can see in the quarter three of 2018, we did 144,000, 1,44,000. And in 2019, it was only 130K. Okay, 130K. So 14,000 decrease. And we see that major is coming from the 16,000 negative sales from the West region, and the Central region minus 20,000 less in the same quarter of the previous year. Okay, I want to explain this one. I'll just say that has been added. So like this we can add. So this is the state wise. So again, when you have a state, around 50 plus states are there. So it is, this is the better one to explain. So we see that California has done slightly lower sales compared to the previous year. 18 to 19, there's 5,000 decline. Texas in a big loss. In 18, they did a sales of 26,000, but 2019 they've just done only 7,000. Okay, that is a big loss. Okay, Washington. So they have done a very big negative value. So in 18 they did 14,000, 19 only 3,000. Okay, so these are the states. But you can see New York has done good. Okay, in 18 it was 19,000, but 20 they have shown a progress where they have done a sales of 28,000 from 19. That's really a good growth. Okay, fine. So we feel this is better to explain. I'll just include this. So like this, we can just include the charts. So this is the city wise. I feel again the scatter plot. When you have too many values, scatter plot
Mhm.
is a better one to explain. Okay,
Okay.
I can
Sir,
create a
how
report.
we can take it in our file because it's in Power BI desktop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how we need to copy and paste or how?
See, this is coming into the Power BI. This one, no. So that's it. If you
How?
click outside, that is gone. And now you can just arrange this and create the same. Use the same thing as a report to explain 18 to 19. What is the total value of
Yeah, yeah.
quarter
So we need to
three?
copy from this Power BI desktop to our main
For what
like
purpose? No, for Excel, you're telling PowerPoint or something.
Excel or like a PowerPoint presentation likewise.
A
So we need
PowerPoint,
to,
you can export this to a PowerPoint in the publish. When you publish this to the Power BI services, from there you can share it with the Power, what is it, to Excel kind of a thing. So we need to publish this report, and when you publish this report from there, we have exporting this to Excel, exporting this to the PDF. All those options are there.
Mhm.
Okay, so here it is just the development. So now I can easily create a report telling that how the sales happened in 2018 and 19. You want to do the kind of a comparisons. We can we can just create a report and just show, like, how things happen for each category wise, segment wise, we can start explaining this.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can just explain like, this is like, by the name of the product. This is the product which has done very good sales in 18, but they did not turn up. So we need to find out like, why it did not turn up. Okay, is that product in absolute, or this where the supply went, or we are not purchased from the vendors, or why is that in 2019 was better, not good? So there was no sales only. Okay, why is that? So even though they had done a very good sales, and we have not purchased from the vendor itself, and there was no product selling itself. Okay, that is leading to a big loss. Okay, so we see that in the state wise, we see Texas has done a big negative. So in the last year, it did 26,000. This year, only 7,000. That is a big loss for us. California again has shown us a small loss there. But we have few states like New York has done a very good progressive compared to 18 to 19. From 19, 28,000, which is almost 50% growth. Pennsylvania has shown a good growth. From 4,900, it has gone to 9,900. That is almost double. Yes, more than double. And Illinois and all this thing they have shown, but they are the small this one. So majorly we see that the reason for declining is that Texas has shown a big decline, Washington a small decline from the California also, but all this red color mean especially like at Texas, the kind of a distance what is there. So a big loss compared to 18 to 19. Washington 18 was very good, 19 is very bad. From 14,000 it has reduced to 3,000. So you can see 80, 70, 80% decline. So we see this one from 9,000, it has gone to not even 1,000. From 9,900, that is almost 10,000 sales was done in 18. But 19, there was absolutely no sales. 273 is like, not even 500. No?
Mhm.
So that is where exactly things are going wrong. So we can easily explain these things. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
This is how we create the reports.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, yeah. But we from tomorrow, we can do the Power Query.
Mhm. Okay.